Now let's look at the solution to question number 7. Now question number 7 comes from the literature section. The very first question in the literature section is reference to context based. So if you observe the marking scheme laid out precisely here, it says that for each reference to context question you get 4 marks. There are 2, therefore the entire section gives you a total of 8. For one extract that is mentioned here, you have 4 individual questions being asked out of a single extract. Please make sure that your answers are straightforward and written in not more than 20 to 30 words because they are 1 mark each. Now, if I look at the very first question based on the extract, let's read the extract. It simply says, but just as he laid his head on the ground, he heard a sound, a hard, regular thumping. There was no doubt as to what that was. He raised himself. Those are the hammer strokes from an iron mill, he thought. Now the extract is simply picked up from the chapter The Rat Trap. If I begin with the very first question, who is he? You can easily recall that the person being talked about here is the rat trap seller or the rat trap peddler. So you simply write it as a sentence, he is the rat trap peddler. Moving on, question number 2 says, where was he at that moment? Which means you're placing the character in the context. If you can simply recall, he was lost in the forest near an iron mill. So that is the positioning that I give based on the extract here. And now the third question on the same extract says, why did he lay his head on the ground? So as far as your contextualization is concerned, you need to be aware of how tired the rat trap peddler was when he entered the forest. Describe that in the answer simply as, because he was tired to death of walking, searching for a way out of the forest. When he saw no way out, he sank down. Simply put up as the physical exhaustion of the rat trap peddler. And now question number 4 says, did he feel comfortable on hearing the thumping sound? Why? So you can remember how tired he was when he got lost in the forest. So that thumping sound was the only sign of human presence there. And that's exactly what you will write in the solution. Simply put up as, yes, he felt comfortable on hearing the thumping sound because it gave him hope that there were people nearby. That's the simplest possible explanation as prescribed in a 1 mark question. Now the B part of the same question is a different extract. When you read it, it says, and such too is the grandeur of the dooms we have imagined for the mighty dead, all lovely tales that we have heard or read, an endless fountain of immortal drink pouring unto us from the heavens brink. You can simply recall that the extract has been picked up from A Thing of Beauty, and the 4 questions based on the extract are simply laid out as 1 mark questions. So for each 1 mark question, let's try and attempt the solution one by one. If I look at the very first question, which 2 things of beauty are mentioned in these lines? You can easily point them out that these 2 things are grandeur of dooms and lovely tales. Then the next question says, why are the lovely tales called an endless fountain? What's the reason of calling them an immortal drink? You can easily point that out as the great deeds and achievements of our mighty dead people keep inspiring us. The magnificence can still be felt through their legends. So the legendary stories, the brave, powerful stories of our mighty dead have been the reason why it's called an endless fountain of immortal drink. Then the next question says, where is this fountain situated? Simply given in the last line, pouring unto us from the heavens brink. The exact location has been mentioned in the very last line of the extract. So I can simply write that down as the answer, that it is situated on the heavens brink and flows right into the humans' hearts. Lastly, question number 4 says, explain grandeur of the dooms. Now here you need to be aware that he's talking about the powerful legacy of all these destruction stories, our Braveheart legends, etc. So when I describe that, I can simply write it as, it is the splendor and impressiveness of the majestic dead ancestors which reflects through their deeds, legends and beautiful things. Keep it simple, keep it precise and do not go overboard with explanation. I hope this was satisfactory enough. Let's proceed to question number 8 and see the solution to short answer questions.